I got on a down escalator at a station, and I remember thinking it was a bit strange that I was the only person on it. I noticed an ad for kiwi fruit. I was thinking, that's the first time I've ever seen an ad for kiwi fruit on the walls of the escalator, and at that moment I looked ahead to the part of the escalator where you get off, where it's like a big metal plate that you walk onto, off the end of the escalator, but it wasn't there. There was no metal plate, there was just a gap, a dark space. I had my bag with me. In it was the dish I had when I was a baby, the one with a rim round it, and some papers with stuff that I'd written or was going to write, or I don't know, or had forgotten to write. Looking at the dark space ahead of me felt like looking down a corridor, as if I was at school, the times I was sent out of class and sat outside. Towards the bottom, I remembered there was the alarm. I thought for a moment that I might press it. A bell would ring very loudly and the escalator would stop. By the time I'd thought this, I was past it. And then at the bottom I felt myself going over an edge. I was in mid-air, floating with the bag. I heard someone shouting, then I landed. I landed on someone. No, I think it was 2 people. Now, it would be great if you subscribed. That is, you become a subscriber. Look out for the subscribe button. What happens, you see, is that I make new vids every few months, and then I post them up 1 a week for a while. So if you subscribe, you get to see the new ones just as they come hot off the press. Clever cakes and other stories. The Dump Demons. Raymond Fenchurch used to sit over the dump, scaring other kids. He said there was a thing in the dump called a dump demon. The dump was out the back of the place where they broke cars up, and sometimes kids would go over there and pick up old wheels and things to make rockets and go-karts and contraptions. One evening, Amir and Akhtar were on their way home from school when Amir, who was the older brother, said, "Hey, why don't we go over the dump?" They took the shortcut by the canal, but it was blocked off. So they had to take a different way round the back of the disused hospital. It was pouring with rain, and what with it being winter, it was very dark away from the lights of the street. Next thing they knew, they were lost. "Where are we?" said Akhtar. "I'm not really sure," said Amir. "I'm tired," said Akhtar, "and it's dark, and it's all your fault." "Oh, I know," said Amir. "We'll stop here for a bit and get out of the rain." There was an old workman's hut nearby, so the 2 boys went in. They stood by the door and watched the rain come down. Next thing they knew, they heard a strange scraping noise. It sounded like someone scraping bits of metal together. "There's something out there," said Amir. Akhtar listened too. There it was again, the strange scraping noise. What could it be? It didn't sound like a bin, more like a broken car. Then a horrible metal screechy voice said, "Smells like boys to me." "Oh no," said Akhtar. "It's the dump demon that Raymond Fenchurch was talking about. What shall we do?" Okay, said Amir. "I'll think of something. Just do what I tell you, okay? Go outside and stand by that old car wheel." "No, I'm not going out there. You go." "Listen, Akhtar, just do what I say and we'll be all right. I'll be coming out straight after you." Akhtar went out, shivering into the rain, and stood by the old car wheel. Amir followed him a few moments later, holding an old iron bar he had found in the hut. Akhtar stood by the old car wheel, looking into the dark with the rain pouring down, while Amir went round the back of the workman's hut. Just then, up came 3 dump demons, their heads as high as lampposts, their bodies all greasy and rusty. They had only one eye between them. It was bigger than a bucket and glowed like the shop sign over the Nazrul Cafe. They passed the eye between them, for each one of the dump demons had a hole in its head like the door of a washing machine where it put the eye and turned and twisted it about with its hands. It was a ghastly and horrible sight. The dump demon who walked along first had the eye while the other two hung on behind. The first dump demon turned the eye round and saw Akhtar standing by the car wheel in the pouring rain. "Aha!" it screeched. "I was right. It's a boy. Very tasty. I'll have that and grind him up in my mincers." Akhtar looked up. Below the eye there was a great big hole with a door like the back of the dustman's lorry. It was opening and shutting with a roaring noise and dribbling some stinking juice or other. It took a great step towards Akhtar. Just then, Amir jumped out from behind the hut and gave one of the dump demons hanging on behind an almighty whack on the back of its leg with the iron bar. It screeched. It was such a horrible, ghastly screech that the other two dump demons jumped with the fright of it, and the one holding the eye dropped it. "Grab it! Grab the eye, Akhtar," shouted Amir, and faster than a snake, in slipped Akhtar and grabbed the eye. Wow, how it glowed in his arms! And when he looked into it and through it, he could see everything in the dark, just as if it were day. Now the dump demons didn't know what was going on. "What dented my leg? Where's my eye? Help! Find the eye! You've got the eye, haven't you? No, you have. No, you have." "I've got the eye," shouted Akhtar. "And it was me that dented your leg," shouted Amir. "And we're from the Bradbury Flats." "Oh-ho!" shouted the dump demons. "Nothing can save you now. We'll fling you from the top of the high-rise block on the corner of the Mile End Road, and when you hit the ground, you'll break into little bits, and then we'll pull you in our crunchers, and your bones will snap like matchsticks. Our crunchers will grind you up to oily gravy." "You're just a bunch of rusty old dump demons," sneered Amir. "We've got 5 eyes, and you've got none. We're fit and fine, but one of you is hobbling about on a dented leg, and the other 2 will have to carry him. You're about as much use as a car without an engine." "Oh, you little pinheads!" screeched the dump demons. "If you don't give us back our eye, we'll turn you into tin cans and squash you flatter than a sheet of paper till all your insides are outside." "You threaten us with any more of that bad talk," said Amir, "and I'll whack all 3 of you so hard you'll be worse off than broken bikes." "No, said the dump demons, trying to make their screechy voices a bit softer. "Oh no, little boys, such lovely little boys. We were only teasing. It was all in fun, little boys, but please, little darlings, give us back our eye and all will be forgotten. We'll give you skateboards, racing bikes, Porsche 5000s, anything just to have our eye back." "How many?" asked Amir. "Oh, squads of them," said the dump demons. "You'd better bring those skateboards and racing bikes and Porsche 5000s right here, then you can have your eye back." Oh, how the dump demons screeched and scraped now. They clanged their tanks and rolled on the ground. They screeched so loudly that their dump demon wife heard them. A great rusty old thing she was, and she screeched at them from over by the dump. "Now what's the matter, you big ninnies? A little thing, no bigger than a gas cooker, has stolen our eye and won't give it back till we give him our squad of Porsches." "Then crunch the little gas cooker thing, jump on it and squash it," screeched back the dump demon wife. "You do that, and I'll squash your eye," said Amir. "He says he'll squash our eye," shouted the dump demons. "Just bring us all the Porsches and the skateboards and the racing bikes we've stolen now," wailed the dump demons to their wife. So along came the rusty dump demon wife, dragging all the cars and bikes and skateboards behind her. "Now, "Where's the little gas cooker thing?" she screeched. "By all the iron in the Blackpool Tower, I will turn you into a bent pin." "Oh, shush, wife, shush," whispered the dump demons. "Shut your cruncher, or they'll smash our eye and dent our legs." "Just leave the stuff there," said Amir. "Quick, Akhtar, jump into that Porsche, chuck some skateboards in the back, and let's go." "Well, what about the eye?" shouted Akhtar. "I'll show you." With one huge heave, Amir flung the glowing eye up into the air, over the dump, and into the canal, where it sank to the bottom. For a while, you could see it glowing down there, until it slowly fizzled out, and everything went dark again. "Your eye's gone that way," shouted Amir. "What way?" screeched the dump demons. "The other way," shouted Amir and Akhtar, and they both jumped into the Porsche and zoomed home faster than a laser beam can cross a street. And they had never driven a car before in their lives. Oh, you can imagine what a story they told Raymond Fenchurch the next morning at school. He doesn't go down to the dump anymore, I can tell you. And those dump demons, they haven't been seen there either. Now, it would be great if you subscribed. That is, you become a subscriber. Look out for the subscribe button. What happens, you see, is that I make new vids every few months, and then I post them up one a week for a while. So if you subscribe, you get to see the new ones just as they come hot off the press. Ew.